Hello, welcome to Homeopathic Services. My name is Pierre Fontaine. I've been a professional homeopath for about 25 years, and I have specialized in autism for that long of a time. My second book, One Heart, One Mind, details what it is that I do in consultation, the type of questions I ask, in order to find a homeopathic remedy, a healing agent for the child. A homeopathic remedy is really a distilled point of light, a distilled point of energy. Okay, that should be in resonance with your child, with the child's illness, namely autism in this case, in the child's illness, in order to literally cancel it out. That is really the essence of homeopathy. The point is not to give multiple remedies. We can give one remedy and then later another. As I presented a case yesterday, that's exactly what we did. Because there are thousands of homeopathic remedies, to find a really enormously healing remedy right off the bat is very difficult, and amazingly enough, there are ways in order to get there as quickly as possible. But for a child on the spectrum, when we don't have speech or anything like that, then there's a way. There had to be ways. I had to discover ways in order to bring that about as quickly as possible, as accurately as possible, in the least amount of time. So that's what a homeopathic remedy is. A homeopath should give only one remedy at a time. If your child is on multiple remedies at the same time, you're on the wrong track. Homeopathy is not being used at its optimal. Okay? So because then the homeopath is hitting different ways, trying to see, maybe this one, but maybe that one. It should be one remedy. And in that sense, in the homeopathic, in the autism community, aggravation has really become a run-of-the-mill, a very matter-of-fact type of issue. But it should not be. Aggravation should not be a matter of fact in cases of autism. That is increased suffering, and that is a huge, huge, huge no-no. It's better for nothing to happen. I've done videos on this. Scroll down. I've done videos on this, video clips. It's a big no-no. It should not be. Do not increase your child's suffering. The child on the spectrum is suffering enough without adding doing more in that direction. It is truly, truly awful to do that, and no homeopath in their right mind should be doing this and using it as an excuse that somehow the child is detoxing and so on and so forth. No, that is a huge no-no. All right, so a homeopathic remedy is a distilled point of healing energy. Okay, that should be in resonance, that the whole trick, if you will, the whole art of finding a remedy is to find a remedy that has resonance. So I like to present older children or young adult cases, but Dolly asked a question: so what information should the parents give? What information what needs to be observed? So let me start with my short questionnaire. I send 9 questions when we make the appointment. The first question has to do with what is unusual interest, unusual behaviors, interests, obsessions, taste, aversions, fears in your child. The number 2 question is what makes a child upset. Number 3 question is what makes a child happy, what makes a child calm. You see, so we have unusual information. We also have what makes upset, what makes calm, right? Those are very, very, very open questions. It's not about what is, what specific parasite is there. Okay, it's got nothing to do with that. Parasite will always be there. We all have them. Okay, I've done videos on that. We all have viruses. 800,000 viruses literally fall off the sky. The virosphere is called. Literally fall off the sky on every square meter. So 800,000 every 24 hours viruses fall on every square meter of this earth. There's no way we're going to get rid of them. With bacteria, we have 10 times more bacterial cells in the body than there are human cells in the body. There is no way we can control that either. So the point of these questions is really to find out about the child, the experience of the child. Because look, question number 4 is, what is the main physical complaint about of the child? Question 5 and 6. Those become much more about the child in terms of try to see life through your child's eyes. What is the child's experience in your view? Okay, and question number 6 is reflect on your time of pregnancy. Did you have any food cravings? Did you change? A lot of women, 65%, say I was not myself during pregnancy. All right, so we are interested in that because really that is what you experienced was actually the essence of the child. So it would be good to know. It is very, very good to know. And the consultation takes 3 hours. So believe me, it does not start at this. It starts at this question, but certainly does not end there. Okay, and then the other 3 questions have to do with parents as well as details the digestion of your child. So as I'm trying to keep these videos around the 10-minute mark, let me present a case of a 27-year-old who twists his fingers one on top of each other, really in a very obsessive manner. He doesn't like certain fabrics. He chews the bottom of his lips. He speaks and laughs very loud, quite inappropriate. He doesn't like change. He likes his own bed. He talks loud over the whole house, especially in the morning. He does have speech. This is not a case that doesn't have speech. He does have some speech, but he does repeat things over and over and over again, okay? There are stressors. Any change is a stressor. All right, so this is very much, it's 27, that's at the time we would have said somewhere in the range of Asperger or a little bit more. Okay, he likes to soak in the bath, having his own space. Regarding parasite, full moon is a complete disaster. A lot of you will relate to that. Okay, if you pay attention to that, we know that behaviors in adults, young adults, teenagers, children on the spectrum really increases around full moon and new moon. Okay. Let's see here. This is a typical complaints. He's very tired in the frontal lobe area. I underline things, and so now it's difficult to see because my printer is black and white. He does get quite angry. Anyway, this is just a typical case of not far down the spectrum, like I mentioned. Okay, and this case started in not long ago, April. He's 27, lots of behaviors. And I gave a remedy. He had a lot of problem in the frontal lobe, like I mentioned. The frontal lobe problem is very, very, very common. That's why the children hit their head all the time. There are a few remedies that will take care of this in no time. Okay, there's about 24 remedies that will take care of this, and so the professional homeopath needs to differentiate. Okay, I didn't print the entire case, but the first follow. The pages got misplaced. So the mom said she was very, very stressed during pregnancy. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I like to have things successful, and that puts pressure on myself. Very short fused. Let's see. He gets angry, and it escalates very quickly. The mom really says that the headbanging is truly atrocious, and we all know it's very, very atrocious to see. He shakes a lot. Socially, he's inappropriate. I'm sorry for mixing the pages here. I was straight to verbally gets very, very angry. Never loving at all after the MMR, and he's 27 years old. So we go back, you see. With the MMR, his face got very, very red, and within 3 months, he slid away from us. So that's where it's at. The point here is that this point of healing, this point of energy that a homeopathic remedy is, we need to have resonance. Okay, so some short-minded people say, well, there's a problem with the MMR. Let's give the MMR remedy. Some people have done that, you see. The point is, the child did not become the MMR vaccine, you see. The child is still the child. He did not become, in essence, the MMR vaccine. That's why that approach that is called isopathic. It is no longer homeopathic. That is an isopathic approach, meaning the same, not similar, but the same, is completely wrong-headed. Because here I give a remedy for him, for the headbanging, for the anger. I chose within this 24 remedies plus 24 remedy that was really, really made for him. Okay. And during the pregnancy, the idea was really, she was stressed in the relationship. She was stressed at work, and it was really to make it happen. You see, make it happen in society. That was part of the struggles of the mother were. So I picked a remedy according to all of that, not MMR or some parasite or some Lyme disease or some bacteria. Chose a remedy for him, and in May, he's been very nice, calm, relaxed. He's speaking really well. Stimming around dinner time is almost gone. He is wanting to socialize. He's not speaking or laughing loudly anymore. Full moon was still difficult. Huh? So these are some of the notes. And recently I did another follow-up, basically every 4 weeks. And he said, every time I take these drops, nothing bad happens. That really works. It's not fantastic to hear. He says it himself. I like the way they work. I feel a lot calmer. I do socialize. So, and the inappropriate conversation nowhere near. And I mean, the anger is dramatically down. I mean, everybody is thrilled, and mom is going to take a trip. He's 27 years old. He's going to have support at home. He's doing really well, really well, I believe it. And mom, for the first time in her life, is taking the freedom that is what homeopathy goes after, free of physical disease, emotional disease, mental disease, free on all levels, and so that is absolutely perfect healing, and she's taking a vacation. I mean, it brings tears to your eyes to see the full effect of these healing points of energy that homeopathic, well prescribed homeopathic remedies are. So in short, the information that needs to be given to a professional homeopath cannot be, you can't think it. It's spontaneous. It's how you spontaneously speak about your child. You see, sometimes there will be cases like when there's a lot of head banging. I steer towards those 24 plus remedies. I steer towards that because they've brought great results in my practice, and great result not only with the head banging but overall. They seem to, these remedies seem to fit a big percentage. And so it's information that just comes from the heart spontaneously. Don't sweat it. There's really no need. You speak about the child, and it's not so much it's what you say, but more importantly, and something that parents don't have any control over, is what questions are asked. The questions are asked are every single word is particularly is chosen very carefully. That takes a lot of practice. The words are chosen very carefully in order to have to frame the mind of the parents in order to go in the child and be able to reveal information that most of the time you actually have never thought about. Okay? Thank you so very much for listening. Again, One Heart, One Mind. Our website is homeopathic-services.com. I'm just thrilled. This is the second of 4 cases or 6 cases I wanted to do last week. Present last week. I'll do another one. I will do them all, and I hope they really bring hope to everyone that this can be taken care of very swiftly and deeply for the better. Thank you very much. Bye bye.